morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on our webinar, The Imperial Cities of Morocco, a cultural journey through the kingdom. My name is Ana Kammerer. I work with emerging destinations, and today I'm being joined by Camille Benjedon, who is the founder and managing director of YADI Travel DMC, our partner in Morocco. Before starting this webinar and passing everything over to Camille, just a brief overview of emerging destinations in case any of you are new to our company or to our webinars. Next slide, please. Emerging Destinations is a boutique sales and marketing representation company in the US and Canada. Our headquarters are based in Atlanta, in Georgia, where Jane Barron, the owner of the company, lives. And we are a team of 4 people, Jenna in Canada, Paula in California, Jane in Atlanta, and I'm based in Buenos Aires. Between the 4 of us, we are traveling all across US and Canada, presenting a wide range of DMCs, DMOs, hotels, lodges, camps, and cruises that we represent across Asia, Africa, Europe, and Central and South America. We are regularly conducting sales calls, in-person sales calls. We are hosting events. We are attending trade shows. We are doing one-on-one virtual meetings, and we are conducting this kind of webinars. So in case you're interested in learning more about any of the clients that we have in the portfolio, or to schedule a deeper training on a specific destination or company for you and your team, please feel free to reach out to me after this webinar. You can see on the screen my email address as well as my WhatsApp number. A few housekeeping notes before passing everything over to Camille. This webinar is being recorded, so if you need to step away or answer the phone, don't worry. Tomorrow, we will be sending you a follow-up email, which will include this webinar recording, as well as this webinar presentation and a few other marketing resources from YADI Travel and Morocco. This webinar recording will be also included in our Africa newsletter, which is coming out every 6 weeks. So you will be able to find it there again in the next edition. And we will also upload the webinar recording on our YouTube channel, Emerging Destinations 156. I encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, as it is an amazing marketing resource for you and your teams to learn more about the different destinations and the key selling points of the different companies that we partner with all across the world. Last but not least, in case you have any questions for Camille, as all the attendees are mute, we invite you to type your questions on the control panel on your right. And time permitting, when Camille ends his presentation, we will be going to the control panel and he will be answering the questions one by one. In case we run out of time, don't worry. We'll include the answer to a question that you might have been typing on the control panel on the follow-up email that we'll be sending out tomorrow. So this is all on my side. Now I have the pleasure to formally introduce you to Camille Benjedon. He's the founder and managing director of YADI Travel DMC, our partner in Morocco. Over to you, Camille.
Thank you so much, Anna, and thank you everyone that have joined this webinar. I'm seeing some participants that I already know, and hello to you all, and hello to the newcomers. So this webinar will be about the Imperial cities and the sample itinerary in Morocco. But before starting with this, I would like to start presenting you quickly about the company, and then we can deep dive directly on the main topic of the webinar. So first of all, I'm Camille Benjeloun. I'm the co-founder and CEO of YADI Travel. So YADI means hand in classical Arabic, and that's exactly how we work with care, craft, and deeply personal touch. We are a boutique DMC based in Morocco, local artisans of travel creating bespoke journeys that go beyond sightseeing. So it's journeys that really awaken emotion, spark connection, and reveal the true soul of Morocco. And this is the main idea why I founded the company, because every itinerary is hand-shaped to inspire, all celebrate authenticity, and leave a lasting imprint on the traveler's heart. Um, just a quick word about the connectivity, because we have more and more flights from Morocco, from the US, sorry, North America to Morocco. And the new chapter was that the first ever West Coast Africa flight just opened last month on June 7th from Los Angeles to Casablanca with Ryanair Maroc. We also have non-stop flights from New York, Washington, Boston, Miami to Casablanca with Ryanair Maroc. United Airlines since 2024 are doing a non-stop flight from New York to Marrakech, and Delta, when they saw that the United one was working so well, they started doing as well one from Atlanta to Marrakech direct. Um, Morocco is currently booming, especially towards North American travelers, because it really fits a lot with the well-traveled travelers of North America that are seeking culture, leisure, authenticity, and meaningful experiences, which are all really core strengths of Morocco. And Morocco and the US especially share as well a historic strategic partnership. Morocco being the first country ever to officially recognize the United States. Quick words about Morocco. At YADI, we believe that Morocco isn't just one destination, it's many words in one. So, from the Atlantic coast to the stillness of the Sahara dunes to the Art Deco of Casablanca or the imperial cities and medinas of Fez, or even the serenity of the Atlas Mountains, we curate journeys that across the full spectrum of Morocco's richness. So whether you travelers seek culture, spirituality, adventure, cuisine, we design with intention, depth, and local insight. And Morocco actually right now is it's the great momentum to come to Morocco for different reasons. First of all, we are the first country in terms of tourists. We had 20 million of tourists last year in Morocco. We are organizing the World Cup of Soccer in 4 years in 2030, and this gave us as well a real boost because we invested so much in everything related to infrastructure, hotels, everything related to the tourism industry actually. We are the only country, of course, in Africa having high-speed trains. Mobility is here, and basically, it's really the right moment to come to Morocco, and I encourage you a lot. We have actually created 20 different offerings that can go uh, through specific destination to specific topics that allow us to answer every interest, preference, or desire of our clients. And what I like to say with YADI, when you travel with us, we don't travel for the where, you travel for the why. So it's not just ticking a box saying ticking off places on a map. It's about meaning, connection, and passion. We create moments that stay with you and that they share with people that really touch your heart, the kind of people that you want to message every year just to say happy birthday. So from doing days with locals, artisans in their studios, just going to see the Medina through the eyes of the photographer, meeting fashion designers, professional cooks. We are deeply convinced that the main asset of Morocco is our people and our talents, and this is how we see travel because we are convinced that these are the real memories that you will bring with you. The main assets of Morocco, of course, safety is first. So we are specializing as well in a lot of women's groups that we do a lot around wellness. So Morocco is super safe. We have 300 days of sunshine per year, so a year-round destination. Second oldest kingdom of the world, so a lot of history, culture, tradition. Uh, Gastronomy is super big. Of course, when you come to Morocco, I like to say, don't be on a diet. You will enjoy the amazing gastronomy that we have, the connectivity, as I was saying, the magical Sahara Desert. But for me, our main asset is our people, as I was saying. So hospitality is not just a custom; it's deeply ingrained in the way of life of Moroccans, and it's always something that lasts in the mind of our travelers. We have our own fleet of vehicles. Our pool of guides are trained in the same way in the DNA of the company, meaning that your guide will not only be your teacher, it can be your friend, your bodyguard, someone you will remember, messaging every year. And this is how our driver and the guides are trained. And we try always to uh, as well give back to local communities, which is really in the DNA of the company. I'll go. I'll now start by explaining to you about the topic of today. So I started with a quick introduction of the company, but now I'm going to talk about the webinar. And please don't hesitate if you have actually any question. You can write it in the chat, and then I'm more than happy to answer everything related to that. So first of all, the topic of today is actually around the imperial cities of Morocco. As I was saying, Morocco is the second oldest kingdom of the world, so a lot of history, culture, heritage, tradition. This itinerary is around Casablanca, Fez, Rabat, Marrakech, the Atlas Mountains, and Agafay. So we chose not to go exactly uh, um, to the classic journey that goes from through the Sahara Desert, because when traveler thinks of Morocco, the Sahara is often one of the first images that come to mind. And while the desert is, of course, an extraordinary part of the country, Morocco has a much broader story to tell. And this is why in this webinar we'll travel through these imperial cities. I'll walk you through the itinerary day by day, explaining the logic behind the routine, and show you how each destination reveals a different chapter of Morocco's history and identity. And so just for you to understand, this is how when you send us a request, a proposal will look like. We start by giving you on a map to see approximately the different cities where you're going to be. Then we send you the highlights inclusions for your journey. We send you then an executive summary that allows you to see for each day and to grasp the main information about what you're going to be doing day by day, for you to be able to see it also very quickly. And then, in order to be the most transparent and exhaustive as possible, we give you a real description of each accommodation, experience, etc. For instance, in this itinerary that go from Casablanca, Fez, Rabat, Marrakech, the Atlas Mountains, and Agafay, we start with Casablanca, for instance, in the Mansour, which is one of the city's most iconic hotels. It just reopened in 2024. It combines Casablanca as Art Deco heritage with the standards of a contemporary luxury hotel. The one in Marrakech has been top 10 best hotels of the world this year. And just to show you the trend as well, the Royal Mansour is being opened now in the north, and in the next years in Rabat, in Agadir, and in Tangier as well. That shows you as well the trend of Morocco right now, and everything related to the infrastructures and the the luxury ones especially. We deliberately move here from the atmosphere of a large city hotel to a riad. A riad, for those who don't know, I recommend if you come to Morocco to at least try once a riad. It's a traditional ancient house built around a peaceful courtyard. It's a now boutique hotel that have a true soul. It's intimate, it's very luxury, and it's amazing. Riyadh Fez, for instance, is a relais chateau that delivers that authenticity without compromising on comfort. Um, we After Fez, we passed through Rabat at the Waldorf Astoria that just opened actually 3 months ago. It's as well an excellent choice for clients who appreciate internationally recognized luxury brands, but with the Moroccan style. And this is what's amazing, is that it keeps really the Moroccan touch there, and it's an exceptional five-star luxury retreat. In Marrakech, we chose to go with La Sultana, more intimate style of hospitality with La Sultana. It's composed of several historic riads that have been beautifully connected and restored, and finishing with the Qsbata in the Atlas Mountains, Sir Richard Branson's award-winning retreat, just 1 hour from Marrakech. Exceptional tastings with gardens, mountain views, and genuine feeling of escape. And finishing with the Agafay, which is actually the rocky desert, just 1 hour from Marrakech, that allows you to experience the local animations of the desert without having to go until the Sahara Desert. So it combines this remote atmosphere with the comfort of spacious lodges, private terraces, swimming pool, refined dining, etc. Then we send you all the experiences that you're gonna have during your journey. So let's begin in Casablanca, where we can arrange a relaxed introduction to Morocco on the evening of arrival. Driving along the Corniche, seeing the illuminated beautifully Hassan II Mosque, and then we continue through the old Medina. The following morning, the highlight is of course the Hassan II Mosque, which is the second tallest minaret of the world. It's one of the major mosques in Morocco that non-Muslim visitors can enter without even wearing any scarf. It's extraordinary craftsmanship. Immediately introduces travelers to the artistic traditions they will encounter throughout the journey. And Casablanca is, with its modern identity and its Art Deco heritage, is very interesting as well to visit as a first city. We go then through Fez, where travelers truly begin to understand the historic and spiritual depth of Morocco. So its UNESCO listed Medina is not simply a monument, it remains a living city where craftspeople, merchants, families um, uh, continue the traditions that are passed down over generations and generations. So you can discover the tanneries, the madrasas, the fondoks, the artisan quarters, as well as the Jewish heritage of the city. Because the Medina is so complex, the quality of our guides here make as well an enormous difference. Beyond visiting the monument, Fes is particularly known for its artisan skills, for its ceramics, its distinctive pottery. So we do a lot of private workshops around pottery, Moroccan brass engraving, all these handmade workshops. We can organize private access to the oldest university of the world, founded by women in Al Qarawiyyin. We do amazing setups in some amazing rooftops that become an experience in its own. We take guests here to a rooftop overlooking the ancient Medina, where you will have a trio andalou, creating a highly atmospheric evening inspired by the word of 1001 Nights. Another evening experience, but with more intimate and spiritual character, can be in this historical riad, where guests can enjoy a traditional Farsi dinner accompanied by a sawa performance and again a trio andalou. And after that, you go to Rabat. But between Fes and Rabat, we introduce a completely different chapter of Moroccan history at Volubilis. These Roman ruins remind travelers that Morocco's story extends far beyond its Islamic dynasties. So you will learn about as well this UNESCO World Heritage Site, and arriving to break up the journey at Chateau Roselaine, which is also a relais chateau. And many travelers are surprised to discover that Morocco produces wine, but we are a big wine country actually. So it adds an expected dimension to the itinerary. And we actually are organizing a lot of culinary tours, wine tours in Morocco. So don't hesitate if you want to do something around gastronomy. We know how to do this very well. Arriving in Rabat, the capital, Rabat is sometimes overlooked, but it's one of Morocco's four imperial cities, and that is completely booming right now. I was telling you about the Waldorf Astoria that just opened, the Fairmont just opened, the Royal Mansour is being opened, the biggest tower of Africa just opened here that you can see with the biggest theater of Africa. It's really a city where I recommend right now to do an overnight. We can also add private boat rides on the river, offering a completely different view of the historic city and its contemporary architecture. And then we arrive in Marrakech. We created our own curated experiences in Marrakech, like Marrakech by night, because Marrakech changes completely after sunset, which is why we like to introduce the Medina in the evening. Guests explore its hidden lanes, meet artisans, taste a few Moroccan specialties before reaching to Jemaa el Fna, which is a UNESCO listed square as well, where it really comes alive with its food stalls, musicians, storytellers. We recommend ending on a rooftop overlooking the square as well. We cannot talk about Marrakech without talking about as well its monuments and exploring its imperial heritage through several of its important monuments, whether Bahia Palace with its residential architecture, Dar al Besha, Mdarsa. Together, these sites help travelers understand that Marrakech is much more than its souks and its lively nightlife. And of course, it's also inseparable from the world of gardens, design, fashion. At the Majoral Gardens, guests discover the remarkable visual universe created by Jacques Majoren and preserved by Yves Saint Laurent and Pierre Berger. You have as well the neighboring museum of Yves Saint Laurent that you can visit. We created experiences around the Medina and the souks where you have to get lost, to wander, to focus on your different interests, whether it's interior design, spices, leather, jewelry, textiles, etc. Travelers looking for a more playful, ludic way to discover Marrakech, we arrange vintage sidecar experiences to allow them to go beyond the usual walking tour route and explore different sides of the city, from the Medina and the residential neighborhoods to the Palm Grove. We do as well a lot of specific experiences, such as the lunch at the Belgique Country Club to escape the energy of central Marrakech. Some really unique, authentic experiences like a dinner at the Selman's tables for memorable celebration or farewell evening, surrounded by majestic Arabian horses. This property is renowned for its Arabian thoroughbreds, so the experience combines elegant dining with Morocco's long-standing equestrian culture. We can offer as well different kind of private dinner, more intimate, discreet, and deeply rooted in Moroccan hospitality. In Al Misbah, where guests are welcomed into a beautifully restored riad, reserved just for their evening. And of course, Morocco, you cannot talk about Morocco without talking about its spices. So this sensory experience is designed to take guests beyond simply seeing the spice displayed in their souks, but with the knowledgeable local specialists, they learn how ingredients such as cumin, saffron, ras al hanout are selected and blended and used in Moroccan homes. For the clients willing to start early, a hot air balloon flight offers an extraordinary perspective over the landscape surrounding Marrakech and the Atlas Mountains. This year, particularly, it has been snowing a lot, so I've just done it a few months ago, and the landscapes were just amazing. We favor as well private baskets whenever the budget allows, that can create a much quieter and more exclusive experience. You cannot talk about Morocco without talking about wellness, about hammam, about spa. Hammam is one of Morocco's most deeply established wellness rituals, where guests experience the traditional sequence of steam, black soap, exfoliation with followed by relaxing massage. We can select the section according to the client, from an authentic local hammam to a highly luxurious private spa in Mansour or other amazing spots. And then we arrive in the different experiences, such as fashion, for the clients interested in fashion craftsmanship, such as this private couture experience in Marrakech, or meeting some designers, fashion designers, to do their private personal shopping with a very knowledgeable person. After Marrakech, we arrive at the Atlas Mountains. So after the energy of Marrakech, the Atlas Mountains offer an immediate change of pace. In Imlil, guests take a gentle guided walk through the mountain scenery, terrace fields, Amazigh villages, and we can include tea in the local home in order to meet these amazing people that live there, before finishing with lunch at Qsbat Amadot, the Richard Branson property. We organize as well, which is one of my favorite culinary experience, because it takes place outside the conventional cooking school environment. Guests meet our partner chef Tariq at his farm, explore the vegetable garden, and learn about the herbs, seasonal produce used in Moroccan cuisine. They then prepare the dishes with him, such as tagine, couscous, before sharing the meal they have created. It's hands-on, relaxed, and equally enjoyable for couples, families, and private groups. It's just a super great experience. Clients seeking a more personal Atlas experience, we can replace the hotel lunch with a meal in the local Amazigh family home. It's usually the highlights of our travelers, because they encounter some families to keep and discover their how they live in their daily life as well. After as the journey approaches to the end, we go to the Agafay. Agafay is actually the rocky desert. So rather than it's only 1 hour from Marrakech, but allowing you to have these local animations with the for we can introduce a more adventurous element with the private buggy, quad excursions. Once nightfall, Agafay becomes wonderfully quiet, so it's a distance from Marrakech creates excellent conditions for stargazing. We arrange private session with our specialist astronomers. And finally, of course, guests who like the iconic camel experience without traveling all the way to the Sahara, we can arrange a sunset right in Agafay. So it's as well a great experience to do. So this is what we send you. We send you then all the recommended restaurants that we have in each city for you if you want to choose one of those. And then a detailed itinerary going in detail day by day to for you to be able to see what you're going to be doing each day during your trip. And of course, all the inclusions at the end for you to have a summary of everything that you're going to be doing. So, as I was saying, we try to be as exhaustive in terms of information as possible, as transparent as well, giving you the maximum of information. We can white label everything, so you can put your logo on it in order for you to for you to shine. We can give we are super flexible. We can give net prices. We can give commissionable ones. We can take wire transfers, payment by credit cards. If you want to take care of your accommodation, we can take care of the ground and of the experiences. If needed, some breakdowns can be given as well. So we try. The idea is really to build long-term partnerships and to be as as exhaustive as possible. And also very quickly, when your clients are on the ground, we also have as you can see here, an app that they will have on their phone and on a website that allows them with your logo, if you want, that allows them to see directly, and they have notifications to see directly what they're gonna be having each day during their trip. So it can be given as an app on your phone and sending you notifications related to that. So ideal for the people that are more digital friendly, and for the especially the groups that are kind of big, where everyone has his own program, let's say. We also always are able, that's what we have done last month for a big group. We create a personalized website that is of course white labeled, where you can find everything they're gonna be doing, making it very practical, with all the people that you can contact, the questions. They can also look at their name to find directly their program, track directly their flight if needed, for instance. So we try to be as much um, digital friendly as possible, as well, for the people that want this. And this is basically how we work. I try to be a bit brief for you to understand about how we work, and giving you an example of the itinerary that we've done. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have right now. And thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Camille, for such an amazing presentation. Once again, I encourage all our travel advisors and tour operators connected live today to type your questions on the control panel on your right, as we will start asking those to Camille right now. So the first question for you, Camille, for women, is it still necessary to cover shoulders and knees when not visiting the mosque or other religious sites?
For the mosques, generally, indeed, it's we have to cover the shoulder and the knees. For the Hassan II Mosque, which is in Casablanca, we can not wear a scarf, but yes, it's better for this religious site to cover the shoulder and the knees. However, of course, everywhere besides these religious sites, it's super safe, and you can be dressed as you wish.
Thank you. Then we have another question for you regarding the Agafay rocky desert. Why do you call it a stone desert as opposed to a regular one? Basically because it's rocks and not sand, right?
Yeah, sorry, I lost you for a bit, but I think you asked around the Agafay Desert. Yes, so the Agafay Rocky Desert, I always say rocky because I don't want people to think it's a real sandy desert. The real sandy desert, the magical one, is in the Sahara Desert. That is a bit far from Marrakech, but for the people that don't have the time to go until the Sahara Desert, that want alternative, there is this option to do an overnight or to do a dinner in the Agafay Desert. That is a rocky desert without any sand, but that allow you to have your experiences such as camel riding, the different local animations, quad biking, boogie riding, stargazing, etc.
Thank you. Then another question we have for you from Canada. Is it possible to generate a quote in Canadian dollars, or do you quote only in US dollars?
Yeah, so we worked a lot with the Canadian as well. So we generate either in euros, USD, Canadian dollars. We adapt completely,
Okay.
indeed. And
And
just
what about payments?
so for the payment, it's either wire transfer, either payment by card. When it's a payment by card, we send the link, and there is a 3% processing fees, but it's either one of those. And just quick word about Canada as well. We have more and more direct flights that have been opened as well from Toronto to Morocco or from Montreal to Morocco since these last 2 years. So the priority of the Moroccan government is actually the North American travelers. This is why you can see so many new routes from Canada and the US to Morocco these last years.
Thank you. Do you offer visits or stays at Berber camps?
Yes, for sure. So, for instance, in the Atlas Mountains, we do a lot of local experiences in Berber villages. It can be either a tea or a lunch break or a cooking class at their homes. And for to be honest, it's one of my favorite experiences because the regions in Morocco, the people are very different from a region to the other, and these are so much friendly people that have so much to share. So it's so amazing. So yes, of course we do a lot of these, and we encourage people to do this because we preserve our Berber culture that we think that it's super interesting as well to know more.
Thank you. Then during your presentation, you mentioned about the wineries. What is Morocco's liquor consumption law? Is there any restriction in terms of, I don't know, maybe hanging or drinking alcohol on the street or?
No, I don't think you will find some people drinking in the streets. So you can drink wherever you want in restaurants, coffees, etc. Not You won't have your beer in your streets, but for instance, if you are in the coast, you can drink, of course, in your private in the beaches, in the restaurants that are by the beach, etc. And regarding liquor consumption, there is a lot of wine in Morocco, and the beer as well is quite big.
Thank you. And how many days you suggest to stay at the camp?
So for the desert camp, I recommend doing 2 days, one overnight. So for instance, you arrive in the afternoon, you do your sunset camel ride, your sundowner with cocktails. There you do your dinner with local animation, with all the musicians, Gnawa, etc. You spend your night in a very comfortable space there, and then the morning doing either your if you're in the real desert, sand surfing, or if you or quad biking, buggy riding, etc. And then to leave on the afternoon. So people generally do 1 or 2 nights, but most of them do one night in order not to start being bored, and to just keep the magic of the experience that you're going to be living there.
Great. And as you were presenting the imperial cities of Morocco, what is like the basic or recommended length of stay, and which cities would you include in an itinerary for someone interested in touching and seeing the imperial cities of Morocco?
So the imperial cities of Morocco are Fes, Meknes, Casablanca, and Rabat, and Marrakech. So to be honest, the the itinerary that I tried to show you here with these 10 days. So I added a few days in the Atlas Mountains and Agafay just for you to see what we can do nearby Marrakech, but we can certainly deep dive way more in Meknes, in Fes, in Rabat, because there are so much more to see. It's, as I was saying, it's the second oldest kingdom of the world, so a lot of culture, history, heritage, tradition. Only Fes, it's the spiritual city Morocco. It's more than 1400 years old, so you can easily spend 3 full days in Fes and be so amazed day by day by its UNESCO listed Medina wonder there. So I actually suggest to stay a bit more than one day in Fes, but doing 2 or 3 nights there, for instance.
Amazing. Is there any dress code for women other than entering a mosque?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I think Anna, you can speak better than me because you were in Morocco as well, and you can testify.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we did Morocco on our personal vacation last year, actually 1 year ago. It was June 2025. And yeah, we didn't feel like strict rules at all. It was like traveling in any like European city, I would say. We didn't feel like there is some rules or special codes that needs to be followed. And actually, we did one night in Casablanca, and of course, we visited the Hassan Second Mosque, which is absolutely stunning, and it was very, I would say, touristic friendly. However, as in any like religious site, like when you go to the Vatican or when you go, no matter which religion, it's important to respect uh, the the rules or the other people religion. So I think that this is mainly why we recommend to cover knees and shoulders in just to respect uh, the people following that religion rather
And
than a strict rule.
very quick thing that I wanted to add because I didn't mention it in the presentation. But for instance, Anna, you did Morocco combined with Spain. Morocco is amazing to combine with Spain and Portugal for the European for your travelers that go to Europe in Spain and Portugal. Morocco is only 14 kilometers from Spain, so you have flights that are only 20 minutes and that cost $30 to go from Spain or go on a ferry on a boat. So it's an ideal combination because you combine the very authenticity, keeping the luxury part of Morocco with as well Europe that the well-traveled might already know. So please as well keep it in mind when sailing France, Spain, Portugal to combine with Morocco because it's a great combination to the boat.
Yeah, and actually, that was a conversation that I had yesterday with Jessica. I was doing like a phone call to a travel advisor in the US, and she sells 100% Europe. And I was sharing with her my experience in Morocco, and I suggested that sometimes, even for travel advisors or tour operators, most focusing in Europe, it's a good idea to start like bringing other countries or other places and spark the interest in clients. So let's say that any of the travel advisors connected today, they have someone doing Spain, they can easily suggest their clients, okay, let's go to Spain, but why don't you add 2, 3 nights in Morocco for the first time just to do Essaouira on the coast or Marrakech? So you see something from Morocco, and this is a good start. And I'm sure because I was in Morocco and we were traveling across Morocco for almost 2 weeks, once they do 1 or 2 days in Morocco and they experience the culture, the people, the food, and they see the landscapes, for sure next vacation they will ask you travel advisors to create a full itinerary around Morocco and see more. At least this is what happened to us. To be honest, we didn't know what to expect from Morocco. So we said, okay, let's do Morocco and then let's set aside some days by the beach in Spain. And it was absolutely amazing. And yeah, and we did our last leg of the trip was Marrakech and Essaouira. So from Marrakech to Essaouira, we did it by road with our guide and driver. We stopped on the wineries, absolutely amazing on the way to Essaouira on the coast. And we spent 2 nights, 3 days in Essaouira. We did surfing lessons, horseback riding, and of course, we walk around the Medina. And we found a lot of people from Spain and Portugal spending just the weekend in Essaouira because the flights were so inexpensive. And it was, I think it was 1 hour or less than that, that some people is just doing a weekend in Essaouira. So that is a good start as well. If you have some clients that maybe they don't want to go such deeper in Morocco and maybe start in Marrakech. Okay, let's start with Essaouira, with the coast. And then you can start building some other ideas for the upcoming vacations. But yeah, definitely it's a very good combination with any like big city in Europe.
Yeah, I completely agree. And most of the people that combine ask us to come back and do it as a standalone destination. So it's a great way to start, just for them to, if they don't know Morocco, to see how authentic it is, and it's very close to Europe, and as well different. So totally recommend.
Amazing. So we don't have any other question here on the control panel. So just to remind all our travel advisors and tour operators connected live today, first of all, thank you for making the time. I know you are all very busy with your clients' summer vacation, as well as with some requests for festive season already. So thank you for making the time to connect with us today and for attending this webinar. Please remember to check your inbox or spam folder tomorrow, as we will be sending a follow-up email, which will include Camille presentation and this webinar recording, and most probably will include some other marketing materials like sample itineraries, photograph, etc. So please check your inbox or spam folder, and remember that you can also visit our YouTube channel, Emerging Destinations 156. And on the Africa playlist, you will find this webinar recording, as well as other training sessions that we have been doing in the past with YADI Travel in Morocco, but also with our other partners in the Africa portfolio. So this is all on my side, and I will give you, Camille, the few last minutes for you to wrap up and end this session.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anna, and thank you, everyone that have attended. We are looking forward to welcoming you and your clients to Morocco. As I was saying, Morocco is experiencing right now great momentum, being the country in Africa having the most of tourists. Yeah, I really do think it's the right time to come. Please don't hesitate if you have any question, whatever. We have, for the people that don't know a lot as well about Morocco, what we have done with them is some personal trainings in order for them to understand more about a region, a city, or some experiences. And as soon as we have done that with some of our partners, they start selling it very easily. So do not hesitate to ask us for this. We can take as much time as you want, as you need. We're here for you, and we're reachable whenever you want and you need. Phone, mail, WhatsApp, we're here for you, and thank you so much.
Have a great afternoon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.